Hello everybody, this is Baljit from JK. And this video we are going to test the desktop computer power supply, it also called ATX power supply. We will be testing for power if this power supply works or not with the quick method. I have made video before for the same process, but I got a couple comments asking for more in detail or an actual condition like inside the computer. So you can see this power supply have a lot of wire, so we're gonna do an actual condition like from the PC. As you can see, there's a whole desktop computer PC. So first we're gonna access to the power supply by removing the side plate or side panel. So there's simply two screws we're gonna take off, and we will be able to take off this side cover. And there's a power supply. It also has some instructions about the voltage. It have a different voltage. So before you start test, make sure there is no 120 volt plugged in. So if you're plugged in, disconnect before you start process. It can shock you. Work safe. Then we're gonna find one of the biggest plug coming wire from the power supply. There will be bunch of wire, there will be bunch of plugs, but we're gonna find the one is a little bit bigger than the other one, like it plugged on the motherboard. So this one go to the power supply CD room, and there's this one we gonna remove from the motherboard. It have a little push lock. We're gonna press and pull. I'm trying to make a video and disconnect. This one is a little bit like making me hard to focus on both things, but it's once you put your hand, it will be come off quick. So once we remove, you can see this one have a maybe 24 or 26 pins above, like I didn't count it yet. So I have a couple wire on it. So they all wire have a different color and different voltage. So we're gonna focus on today only on the green and black wire, because green and black wires, those wires are like switch wire, but these like they have a 4 pins. They're like 12 volt and 5 volt pins. So we're gonna focus only on this biggest plug to just test the power supply. So here's a closer look. We're gonna work only with the green and black wire. We're gonna short both wire, green and any black. Basically green and black wires are like switch wires. So if you push one pin in the green wire pin and other on the black wire, it will simply make it like a on-off switch, just bypassed. And anytime you turn the power on or you put the power supply power cable on, it will turn on power supply without any push button or anything. So now we're ready to power up power supply. So we're gonna go back side where we disconnect the power supply. We're gonna power up with the 120 volt. It depends what kind of power supply you have. It requires 240. You're gonna power up 240, but this one is actually for 120. Once you did, you're gonna focus on a fan. Simple, quick. You're gonna just physically look at the fan. If the fan is spinning, that means you have a power supply working. And there's maybe different other methods. You can use your meter and you can squeeze in these wire. If you know some electrical knowledge, you have some electrical knowledge, you can test with the meter and there will be some voltage. So otherwise those like color like yellow, orange, they have a different voltage. They have a like 5 voltage, 12 volt. They also have a 3 voltage and the multiple voltage. So now let's talk about if your power supply is working like mine is working, then but still your computer not power turning on. So like say I'm pressing this button and your PC not coming on. There will be many reasons, but I'm going to do just quick recap So what you can do, so you're gonna follow these wire coming from the push button and go to the main board, like a motherboard. You can plug the plug back wherever from the power supply we were disconnected earlier, and we're gonna remove the plug and we're gonna try to short some pins. Sometimes the motherboard, it says on a on off LED stuff like that. You can then, those are specific, you can short those pins with screwdriver, but in my case it doesn't show, so I can short any 2 pins at a time, and it might turn on my computer if there is a problem with this just only the push buttons. As I talked earlier, there can be many reasons. That's the one of them. First, we're gonna always test the power supply good. Now we test the push button. So then it could be issue with this motherboard, because as soon as if everything all right, you press the push button, your fan need to be turned on. That makes like, okay, motherboard is turning on. So if a button is still working, then still your this fan not coming on or something, then maybe your main board is bad. It also can be reason your plug came off from the main board. Your RAM, if RAM is not fully plugged in, then it can also make a sound like beep sound, probably if your beep is good. And otherwise, if that fan is running, there may be other reason, like you have a hard disk, it's not having anything, or there's many reasons. You have to follow the other instructions. So for this video was only for the power supply, so I just recap also for the power button if it's not working, and you can check other steps. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.